Be gone. Go. Be gone. Be gone.
Thought. Maybe someday.
He do be a thought, though. He really do be a thought. Okay. Fist bumps flying. Spacey's on the board. It's all time to go.
Wait, Jude.
Oh.
All right, sick. Here we go, folks. Space Animal versus Space Animal. Best friends and rivals, as these two always provide a great show in Illusion Jakal and Illusion Juice. It's an illusion, Michael.
Now, if I recall correctly, haven't these two faced off very recently? Was it Smash Philadelphia?
They play a lot, and I'm almost positive that Jakal is up.
Well,
Actually, I'm very positive Jakal's up. I don't know by how much, but I know that he is. And they also played earlier today, so.
If there's any player to keep a positive record on, Juice is definitely the man in the building to do so.
Yeah, these two are another one of the great rivalries that we have in the state. Just really good friends and obviously great combatants against each other as well. So right now, Jakal playing like a man possessed, trying to get his run back with Mr. E in losers finals. So again, his style of Wolf is just beautiful, man. Like so oppressive at the ledge, great at following you on the platforms to get any sort of a combo extension. And you know, this is his spacing and his ability to ledge trap. Like I said earlier, is insane. So.
I just like that Jakal approaches this matchup so non-committal. Like, he's just waiting for Juice to press some buttons and whiff punish. I think it's a beautiful approach to take to Ultimate in general, but, like, Wolf's Kid is especially really well built for whiff punishing. Look at that. You don't just get to put out up smash in most circumstances, but decent enough room to pick up, plenty strong. All he needed to get first blood.
Yeah, man, for sure. Like, let's see what the response is going to be from Juice, because once Jakal kind of gets the blood flowing, you know, he's one of the hardest players, I think, to take momentum away from.
He's always been a very determinate lad, too. Like, fighting off against the likes of Falco, even if Juice manages a couple of good combos, it's going to take a lot more effort than just, like, making even stocks or even percentages to destroy Jakal.
I want to say I love that use of Phantasm just to get to the other side of the stage quicker. Obviously, knowing that Falcons have the most fleetest of foot, like, that's just great knowing your character moments right there.
Juice has been pretty strongly dedicated to Falco, too. Very rarely do we see him hop off the character.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's safe to say he's a Falco main now. Like,
I mean,
there's no more of the co-maining shenanigans. I think he's just he's very firmly dead set on the Falco.
Good checks on shield, not committing to anything too strong out of shield, but he puts right to the ledge. All right.
With a great up smash right there in the platform. Jakal kind of getting stuck in no man's land there. So Juice gets himself on the board, but is it too little too late for this first game, man?
You know, I think it's very possible for Juice to bring this back. The problem is that Jakal has not let him take any control of center stage, really. And as soon as the battle takes itself to the platforms or the ledge, it ends up being trades or, like, very minorly in Juice's favor. Like, he doesn't get a chance to really take advantage of the real estate that he takes control of.
That was so weird. Wolf got spiked, like, in the spike animation.
Very gently. Oh, it would have been cute, but no dice.
Yeah, Jakal continuing the onslaught right now.
I love the patience that both of these guys show. Like, we know that they could just be combo monsters, or they could just rush down their opponents and never get out of their throats. But they're so, like, resistant to pressing any more buttons than they need to. They take their time with recovering. Really smart, but that was not the best of angles. It's going to be what Juice needed to sign things up. And even though his combos aren't as, they're not as, I would say, flashy when a lot of range is clocked in.
No.
But I think it's better that he's going to be able to constantly push to the ledge. And I think as far as this matchup is concerned for Game 1, that's where Juice is showing more comfort than anything else.
Ooh, okay. Jakal getting crossed up on the ledge right there. So Juice getting an opportunity to fight back.
Almost got him with the swoosh. No, he really wants it. I mean, it's full rage, and now Wolf's got a respectable amount of damage on him. It's definitely killing, especially out here by the flats. But I hate to see Juice fish like this because it's going to give Jakal so many opportunities to potentially whiff punch.
Yeah, both players definitely have to be concerned right now. If he didn't tech that, that's a dead space animal for sure. The back throw from the center stage is enough. So Jakal, you know, definitely a little bit closer than I'm sure he would have liked to have that first game go. But a win is a win at the end of the day. So
Yes, but it's only one game, not the set just yet, and we've got plenty of ways to go there. Especially considering there was a pretty long-winded game one, and it didn't really look decidedly to Jakal favor.
Ooh, going for the ye old costume switch, the classic.
A little placebo never hurt nobody.
Hey man, they say that the clothes make the man sometimes, so.
Well, we got to see if they make the Bergen the Wolf. Game 2 on Final Destination, I think, is a pretty solid pick. Although it's really determined on how well Juice can just keep on pressing the battle to the ledge. Like, he's got all the room in the world to juggle now. But, like, Jakal takes control of that. That's pretty big for him, especially. Oh, he went for full caboodle there.
Yeah, if he got that spike,
That would have been nice. That would have been nice.
Ooh, okay. Not going to get the follow-up out of the air dodge, but still great follow-up.
Pretty deliberate cross him, I think, is a bit dangerous on Jakal's part. The fact that he's leaving the ground for so long without being able to assert any pressure outside of, like, holding Ewok Juice and shield, not the best, man.
Okay, good takeaway from Juice. That would have been...
Oh, man. What's the move? What's the move? Tries to put...
Ooh, okay.
Like one of the things that's really particular about this matchup is the fact that, like, these guys seem really aware of, like, the space they need to stand within, and because of that, we're seeing so many opportunities to whip punish, but also, they're not really, like, going in for it. Like,
No.
why do you think that is?
I guess it could be a player thing. Like, I feel like because these guys play each other so often, like, it could just be a lack of, you know, I don't want to show all my cards too early, you know, in the whip punish game.
I feel like, relatively speaking, it's so young into Ultimate. The fact that these two have such, like, a well-developed understanding of, I know that you're going to do something when I do this, so I'm going to do this instead, and how that volleys back and forth is ridiculous. And the fact that it's so evident in their play, too.
As one of our great leaders once said, you know everything that I'm going to do, but I know everything that you're going to do. Strange, isn't it? So once again, Jakal. Unfortunately, the Wolf Dead Zone is a real thing, but that neutral air will finally seal out that stock. But at what cost?
I mean, it's tying up the stocks, but still, there's so much damage that is built up onto Jakal. I feel like he's the one who needs to take the lead in the passive play now, try to get Juice to approach in. But that's a pretty tall order. Like,
yeah, it's hard, man.
Like, this change in play style, like seeing Juice exert here, is just so good because, like, he's trying to threaten with moves that'll just take up some space, which is nice. He's not super committing to just going in for every combo possible. So he's just blowing out Jakal and keeping on resetting the situation. And it keeps on leading to having a consistent lead.
Yeah, no. It's just been a really poor case of treading water for Jakal right now. So let's see what his response is going to be. If that first stock is any, precedent for what's to come, then never mind. Down smash does not give a crap about anything I just said.
No. We saw Jakal hunt for it earlier on. No dice. This is the one to do it.
So that, I think, is the equalizer that he needed. Like being able to even up the stock, at a reasonable percent, is huge for him. But again, being able to get out of the combo game is another thing. So,
like, it's the unfortunate reality that, like, Jakal has to respect a ton of damage that Juice is able to put on. But so long as he doesn't let that, like, keep him at bay for too long, he could just pick it back up in only a few hits. He just needs to stay alive for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jakal definitely, or Juice flirting with death as he went for the jump. Oh my gosh. Both these guys are flirting with death right now.
They really just want to end it all.
Very risky options and coming out on the better end of it. Shadow Smash is going to miss. Jakal just out of range for the forward tilt to connect. So Juice getting a second chance of life here. A nice read.
All right.
Again, Juice kind of just getting maybe a little bit lazy jumping around Juice, Jakal shield like that. He is so good at at auto-canceling Wolf's back air. Obviously one of his best killing options. So let's take a look at what happened here.
I think this is the point. This is the tipping point for where, like, patience and reservation ends up becoming hesitation.
Yeah.
And that's what I really hope doesn't end up developing into a habit for Juice as we move into Game 3, because now it seems like he's holding himself back too hard. Like, there are opportunities where he can press himself, maybe take a little bit of damage, but really push Jakal to the ledge, and then take advantage of that. And, like, he had that going into Game 2, but I guess Jakal robbing him in a couple of key situations shook him a bit.
Yeah, we'll see what the response is going to be here, from Juice. Again, just kind of letting that lead slip away from him, but, both games have been very, very close, for the most part, so he's definitely, this set could have gone very differently if one or two things, went Juice's way instead of Jakal's. So,
My God. He had it.
It doesn't even matter though. He was in his brain, knew what he was having for lunch tomorrow, and still got the kill.
Yeah, no, this is a pretty deep shake, and Jakal seems pretty comfortably set into Juice's patterns at this point. You're going to have to see a pretty radical change up from Juice's approach to this matchup if he's going to want to stay alive, because right now it's just looking like an uphill battle. It's definitely not possible by any means, especially as we have a quick reversal that makes Juice tie up the stocks. But I feel like as far as the long con goes with the momentum of the set, Jakal's the one who's constantly leading in Juice. He's constantly the one who's calling out where these battles are taking place. And he's not letting Juice take advantage of any of the fact that he, for the most part, has stage control. He's been doing a lot of boxing out from center stage. He's been trying to call out Jakal and try to make him fight at the ledge, but he's just not committing to it.
No, whatever it is, something he's just being slightly hesitant, but here we go. Juice once again continuing the Falco ladders.
Bro, this is not a tortoise and hare type of situation. You don't need to play super duper slow if you're not going to have any impact with that slow movement, because then it's just giving your opponent that win.
Yeah, definitely an interesting case for sure.
Whoa!
That was a very interesting case of boxing right there. Jakal going for obviously one of Wolf's faster options on the ground with a couple of jabs, and then just coming up short on that. So.
I mean, a rough case for Jakal, but this could be the break that Juice needs. Plats leave, but still getting a tiny bit of damage on.
Ooh, okay. Had the right idea, but just a little bit, good landing option, from Juice, obviously. There you go. Let's see what the option to get off the ledge is. Jakal able to escape for the time being, but a great string right there, almost spelling his demise.
What's the pick? What's the pick? All right, forward air is going to lead into that. Doing it? No, not another forward air. All right.
Yeah, so I'm all but expecting a fourth game from these two, from the pace at which this game has been going.
I'd be very surprised if Juice manages to suddenly throw this away, just because of how much damage is built up onto Jakal's last stock, while Juice still has the reserve.
I'll eat my socks, bro.
Oh, it's definitely supper time. Woo! But alas, we do go into our Game 4.
Koopa doesn't have to eat his socks.
Always a good sign.
I don't know, Falco. I don't know if I have. Can we talk about how all the space animals have such BME victory?
They know. Listen, man, they've had it good in Smash.
They're the popular kids.
Fox had it good in 64. I don't think I need to say much about Melee.
What are you talking about?
We're always a little messy for them, but they still stayed towards the top. Smash 4 looked pretty damn good for Fox. And here in Ultimate, I think they've settled down. Yeah. They got the really nice retirement home.
Yeah, they've all peaked. They're all Thanos on his farm, collectively. Anyway, though, Game 4 between Juice and Jakal coming up here on Unova. So what do you think of the stage choice here? Because obviously this is a stage we don't seldomly see very often outside of these parts. So.
I think it's a cool choice for Jakal just because it's not that large, but the amount of space that's provided gives him a decent amount of variety for escaping from Juice's pressure. The plats are pretty wide. The stage itself isn't much bigger than, I'm sorry, it's not that much smaller from Pokemon Stadium, so the game plan can be approached similarly. But also, you can kind of finagle his way from lower and lateral recoveries with Wolf without having to worry about the coverage that Juice provides.
All right, and again, kind of the second verse of that last game we saw so far from Juice. He's just excelling at these ledge traps and the combo game.
Doesn't seem like that forward smash at the ledge cuts it as well as we saw earlier.
Yeah, maybe just Wolf shifts his hurt box a little bit differently when he does his up.
I mean, he's got his leggy out all the way, man. So
yeah,
like,
you see how spiky those boots are, though?
I guess. Are the boots the disjoint? Or I'm sorry, the spikes. Ooh, it does not matter. Okay, Juice shaking his fists at that one as Jakal manages to rend him asunder.
Yeah, but Jakal taking an awful angle right there, but still able to get back. Again, I'm always kind of surprised because Wolf's recovery is obviously mediocre at best, so.
Look at the dance. All right. I like the idea of at least trying to keep like quarter stage distance away. That way you have that, like Juice doesn't have as reliable burst options. And the use of Blaster to like help control that space further, I think is really smart. Because we haven't seen Blaster a lot in the previous 3 games.
No, we haven't. That's a very good point. Ooh, but nice call out right there from Jakal.
Only 8% built up in that time as well.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Juice is getting a little bit lazy with that edge guard right there, so that's going to spell curtains for him. So.
Then there, no proper follow-up, but combos aplenty here. Seeing Juice approach a lot more with shields.
Yeah, I guess he, maybe.
He doesn't want to weather the storm of the damage.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Additionally, where Jakal has opted for a bit more aggressive space control, we haven't seen him go for much grappling. There hasn't been a lot of grabs thrown out. There hasn't been a lot of threatening shield. And that's untechable, which leads us into an almost tie situation.
All right, well, nice stuff there from Juice, able to even things up. One stock away from taking the game 5, Hangman, but let's see if Jakal won't let him get there. Goes for the back throw just for the positioning sake.
Yeah, we're going to need some high-class thievery if Game 5 is going to come out of this set, because right now Jakal is looking determined to seal the deal.
Yes, the Persona 5 levels of thievery for sure.
We're definitely trying to steal the Wolf's heart.
His heart is just his metal legs.
Oh, what's the move? Hey, I guess that works. Yeah, and that's going to do it. That's going to be a 3-1 in favor of IluZ Jakal.
Yes, sir. Dimensional cape with legs, as the wise man once put it. As Wolf's up smash gets the job done, and you see the Jakal tech coming through where he chugs cups of coffee before he has to play.
I approve of these bad decisions.
Listen, man, all that caffeine in a small body can really do you
Get in the camera. Come on, we're co-commentating. We're here together.
No, but now
we're
the
having a good
dimensions are
time.
all off. There we go. Now we're looking good.